The other day was Super Bowl, and quite frankly, I did not realize that until about 3 minutes left into the fourth quarter. Regardless, I wanted to go and check out everyone's favorite part of the Super Bowl: the commercials. And well, of course, yet another year the commercials were pretty lackluster. However, while I was sitting down watching a compilation of all of the Super Bowl commercials put together, I stumbled across this piece of art.
Done with me today is Brenda Chen, a VR concert creator for pretty incredible artists like Justin Bieber.
And well, that footage of the Biebs there was just too incredible to pass up looking into. And well, let me tell you, I struck gold looking into that. You see, the concert that they're referring to in this commercial is this virtual reality concert experience. And well, an experience it was. An experience of terrible graphics, really weird effects, awkward silence, and whatever this is. Now, I could sit here and clown this experience for the terrible graphics all day long, honestly, because they are very bad. However, though, when I was watching the video for research purposes, of course, I realized that the graphics didn't even matter all that much, to be honest. Like, they are bad, and yes, I did find myself looking at just how bad they were from time to time, but honestly, I really just kind of got distracted listening to the music. So I'm sure if you're like a big fan of Justin Bieber's, you really don't care what it looks like. You're just excited that you kind of get to see Justin Bieber. And so I figured instead of like going and just clowning this like experience that they did for his fans or whatever, I figured I would look into some of the claims that they made going into the performance to see if they lived up to the expectations or not. Starting with an epic and intimate musical journey. But the reality of the situation is that I don't think it was very intimate at all. And well, because when I was doing my research, I cannot find any person's point of view from the concert, which only leads me to believe that the concert wasn't from your point of view in the VR headset. It was just that video that you just saw, which makes the entire thing not very intimate at all, because it might as well have just been a pre-recorded video, which is funny because after the live performance, they rebroadcasted that exact performance for people to go and see the following days. And quite frankly, it's the exact same experience regardless of what day you went to go see it, because it's not from your point of view. You switch around camera angles to wherever they want you to be at, and that's just how it goes. So everyone has the exact same experience, which doesn't make it very intimate or personal. I guess the most like intimate part is that randomly throughout the thing, these messages would pop up from users where it would just say like, "Oh my God, I love you. Hello from whatever country." And that was kind of it. And you would see your name pop up here and there, but that even isn't all that intimate. And yeah, I guess from time to time he would like read the messages, but like not really.
Chat's going crazy right now. I see Colombia, Brazil.
Justin Bieber really needs to go and watch a couple of Twitch streamers, because he does not know how to talk to chat at all. Like, I feel like that experience is much, much less intimate than experiences from his actual live concert. The second big claim I felt like they made was that if you're there at the live performance, could influence his performance. And I've watched this live performance about 3 times over, and I still don't really understand what they mean by this. Because yes, in a couple of performances, they have these like glowy dancers pop up and your username pops up above it. Hold on, tell me everything that you need to say. Which I guess is kind of cool, but he doesn't interact with those dancers. So I'm not really seeing how you're interacting with him there, but I guess your name pops up, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Also, in the advertisements, they talk about it being like your personal user, which is just not the case. These are like generic glowy figures. They all look exactly the same. But then I guess outside of that as well, you could send heart hands.
Oh, put your hands up if you can see me, make a heart. Everyone made a heart. It was so cute.
But again, he doesn't react to those hearts at all. I think there's one thing that they were trying to draw a line of like, oh, this is influencing the performance.
Need some energy. I'm getting tired. Can we do the power up? Let's do it.
is in between these songs, he takes like these little breaks and then he'll just go and say, all right, guys, so there's a meter on the side. You guys need to hype me up so I can get ready for the next performance. And then they get to an arbitrary like 525,000 hype ups, I guess. I don't really understand that.
Almost fully powered up. Uh-oh.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not at all trying to like fault Justin Bieber on this one. I do think that it probably is really hard to perform in a room in a motion capture suit with a phone in your face like that with nobody around. So it probably is pretty hard to get your energy up because you got to 525,000 lights or whatever the fuck it is.
There. Boom. Think I'm ready. Let's go.
So unlike a real life concert where you're able to cheer and like show energy to like have the artist feed off of you, this you really don't influence the performance at all, basically. And well, the next big claim is that you could appear live on stage next to the singer. And so no one actually ever gets to appear on stage. Like, you don't actually get to move around at all to do anything. You just kind of watch the video. This, I really just think was a really bad, like, misleading advertisement point on their part, because like it's just not true. Like, no one ever shows up on stage with him. However, they do have this Jumbotron, which is pretty cool. But it also takes away from the point of it being in VR, because you had to sign up in advance to perhaps maybe be a part of the Jumbotron, which meant that you had to watch the experience from like your laptop or something, so that when it was these Jumbotron experiences or whatever, your camera was recording you, so you were able to like throw parts and show that you were wearing his merch and everything. I'm sure 90% of people wanted to have the opportunity to be on the Jumbotron, so probably no one was watching in VR anyways. However, though, I do honestly think this is a really cool thing, and I hope that they actually implement stuff like this in future virtual concerts, because I do think it's pretty cool to see yourself up on the stage or whatever. And yeah, so I just kind of think that it's a little bit insane that they're able to make that claim that like you're able to be up on stage with the singer, when as far as I'm concerned from my research, your avatar doesn't exist actually in that arena. And also, if you wanted to be on the Jumbotron, you can't even watch in VR. And it's just kind of messed up, because they also called out some of the other virtual concerts, such as like Fortnite's Travis Scott and Ariana Grande concerts, as well as Roblox's 21 Pilots concert, which I might make a whole video about that one as well, because that one is just funny.
And I know our contract was for 100 Robux each, but I'm thinking it should be 300 each.
But at least in those, you're able to dress up as your own avatar or character or whatever, and you're able to walk up to and interact somewhat with these performers. So in turns, it ends up making those concerts, which are not in VR, a lot more intimate than this VR concert, because you're able to move around and actually experience everything that's going on. I mean, in the Ariana Grande one, you see Ariana Grande like points and picks your character up, and you start floating around with her. Kind of crazy. And you're able to experience that from your perspective, from your character actually interacting with the artist. But with this, it's just kind of really poor camera quality of like girls throwing up their merch and hearts and stuff like that on the screen, which is cool nonetheless. But they definitely advertised it like it was going to be better than those Fortnite or Roblox ones, where you actually get to experience, jump around, be in that realm. And well, that leads me to their last big quote that I think was probably their biggest misleading point of all, and that is that this performance was supposed to be the best live music, gaming, and broadcast technology to transform live music experience. With the Fortnite one so far and the 21 Pilots Roblox one, those are obviously like pre-recorded and everything like that. So they do have the upper edge on the fact that this Justin Bieber one is live and is motion captured live and everything like that. His voice is recorded live. It's very interesting, and it is a pretty cool experience. I will give them that it is live. However, I don't think that they do a good job at making it seem like it's live. I feel like rewatching the rebroadcasts of it is the same as being there live, because you don't really have much of an opportunity to do anything to make the experience like anything worth telling. And so this one, I'm kind of on the fence about it, because is it the best live gaming? I guess probably, because I don't think we really have had anything like that. And it is decently impressive that they were able to pull it off anyways. I mean, regardless, this is the worst that the content will ever be. It's only going to get better as time goes on. But I just think that the way that they pushed it and the way that they advertised it made it seem like it was going to be something much more than it actually was, when in reality, it was enjoyable, but honestly probably the worst virtual concert I've seen out of the 4 virtual concerts that I've seen now. But honestly, I really can't complain too much about a free concert for people to go see their favorite artists go perform. But all in all, yeah, it's a little bit awkward here and there. The graphics are bad. Hyping him up, experiencing it with him, all of that shit is not very good. But really, Justin Bieber can sing.
Most of you, I miss you more than life.
I'm probably going to go play Roblox with the guys from 21 Pilots. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to tell your people that you love them. And I will see you all next week, but virtually. I'll be a hologram performing country music?